Hey, this is Paul, and I thought I would make you a little video here today to demonstrate my Alpha Juno 1 here. And I'm making a friend of mine's series of videos. And so in the process, I thought, well, as long as I've got the camera set up and I've got the Alpha Juno set up, maybe I'll just make a little video here demonstrating some of the patches that I've made over the years. And so I hope you enjoy it. It'll show the versatility of this synth. It is a beautiful sounding synth. I've always loved it. I got this particular synthesizer in 1997. I bought it from a pawn shop for about, if I remember right, $180. And it has been doing great. If you notice, my Juno synth is actually a Synth Plus 10. The model number is actually the HS10. And all you have to know is that it is exactly like the Alpha Juno 1, except for some cosmetic differences. The button design is a little different. The color scheme is a little different. And then over here on the Alpha Juno 1, on this little area of the panel, there would be I believe, a chart of the waveforms and a chart of the envelopes, technical things that you would need to know to operate the synthesizer. But over here we have a listing of presets, and that's because the Synth Plus line of synthesizers, which some of you already may know, was marketed to the home and consumer market. So people who were not really interested in being a professional musician or creating their own sounds, they just wanted some of that synth power in their own home. Which also led to the other part, and that is this synthesizer, the Alpha Juno series, are flat panel synthesizers. They have no knobs or faders, and that's what leads to something like this. This is a SynthArc MSP AJX. It is a dedicated MIDI programmer for the Alpha Juno series that's created by SynthArc. They've got a variety of these kind of programmers for flat panel synths like this, things like the Kawai K3, Yamaha DX series, Casio CZ series, things like that. So yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to show you some of the presets. This particular one is one of my favorites. It sounds great by itself. And if you don't mind, I changed the reverb on this. Reverb is coming from my mixer board. And this is my preferred environment for this synth, is a nice reverb because I use it a lot for ambient music. I think it's gorgeous. Great. You can just hear that PWM moving on it. And you can tell that it's a very synth wavy kind of sound. Here's another one that's kind of synth wavy. I call this 80s Love. Here's a nice little synth bass. I always like harp-like sounds like this. And a string pad. highlighting one of the benefits of the Alpha Juno 1, and that's the fact that it has pulse width modulation, but it also has saw width modulation, and it has a very distinctive sound. And then some of the patches that I like to work with are really not a whole lot different than the presets. You see, this is the traditional orchestra patch. But what I always like to do is increase the envelope time. So I get something like this. A simple wind pad. I absolutely love this one, actually. Put a little extra reverb on it and you can just really get lost in it. When I made my first album in like 2013, I had a whole, I think probably 2 minutes of just this pad playing just to evoke wind. And it's very synthetic sounding, but it's cool. I like it. Here's another one. Oh, you gotta have fun with this. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have that. This is goofy stuff like this. You can't have space music and Berlin school music without little twiddly bits like this. Now we move on to some leads. And this may not sound like much polyphonically, but in mono it sounds pretty good. You know, I think it's one of my, where the Alpha Juno really falls short is in lead sounds like this. They are a little thin sounding. That's why this one has some pulse width modulation on it. Give it a little motion. But what the Alpha Juno can do is chord memory. And so I'm going to make a massive chord memory here. Of course, if I want to, I can make a regular chord, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit a C, a C, a C, a G, and a C. And we'll see what that sounds like. Here we go. Let's hit it. Make it a little simpler here. I'm just going to do 2 C's, just an octave. This is one of my favorite lead sounds that I can create. I like the envelope with it. Hearing it rise and fall. I was kind of tired of a lot of the lead sounds on the Alpha Juno. I really wanted to make it bigger, and I think this one really worked. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to make a big, massive chord memory on this. So I'm going to hit a C, a C, a C, a G, and a C. Here we go. There we go. Let's hear it now. I love that. It just sounds massive. And what's cool about it is if you listen, the keyboard tracking on this patch means that the higher notes are going to decay quicker. What you're going to hear is that bottom note, that fundamental tone, is going to be leaving a little bit later. So if I listen to this here, you can hear that bottom note just hanging on longer than anything else. It's great. It's just a nice evolving sound. Let's move on here. Okay. And then I think this is my attempt at kind of a Vangelis lead. Okay, now this one is really cool. These are synth drums. And I used this for a contest that I was in. And the idea of the contest was you had to swap your synthesizer. So you had to use the synth part as a drum machine. And then you had to use the drum machine as like your melody and, and pitch tones. And this is what I came up with for a percussion track. If I hold the note down, the decay just ends. If I lift it up quickly, I get a long release time. So you can articulate notes a little better with it. And I just wanted to show this as something fun you can do. This is actually the factory preset of the vibraphone. Which is pretty cool. And what I came up with was I lengthened out the envelope and introduced some more tremolo. It's good in lower registers. I just love that. Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite pads of all time. I just wanted something that would rise and fall in an incredibly slow rate. Yeah. good plate reverb and maybe a choir pad to play with it, and I'm good for a day. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed some of the patches that I play on the Alpha Juno, and hopefully I'll have more videos for you in the future. Thanks so much.